sophomore from Woodbridge High School, Roy DeMarco, for the singing of the Star Spangled Banner.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, we flew through the night, and our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome, everyone, to the Woodbridge Channel's coverage of high school sports. Today we are at the Somerset Patriots Park for a boys varsity baseball matchup between the Woodbridge Barons and the Perth Amboy Panthers. I'll be bringing you the game. I'm Craig Coughlin, and I'll be joined by my friend Mike Forbes, and a special treat for me, my son, Vincent Coughlin. So Mike and Vincent, welcome to the broadcast.
Well, I feel honored to be part of this family. Part of the Coughlin dynasty, as it were.
I've adopted you for today.
That's exactly. Welcome, gentlemen. Nice day for baseball today here at TD Bank Ballpark.
Absolutely gorgeous.
It's beautiful.
Absolutely gorgeous. Barons come in at 3-3. The Panthers are 0-3, and they'll send up the following lineup. Jordy Rodriguez will lead off and play short. Omar Jimenez will be the second baseman. He'll bat second. Ishmael Alejandro, the center fielder, will bat third. Steven Ramos, the right fielder, will bat cleanup. Angel Rodriguez, the designated hitter, will bat fifth. Jose Ortiz, the first baseman, will bat sixth. Juan Pena, the catcher, will bat seventh. Randy Nunez, the third baseman, will bat eighth. And Luis Alicia, the left fielder, will bat ninth. On the mound for the Panthers, making his first appearance of the year, is Alexis Guerrera. So, gentlemen, it's the second game of the day. The first one, Colonia topped JFK 9-3. And the Barons coming in, trying to get themselves righted. They had a heartbreaking loss yesterday to Sayreville in 9 innings. A couple of tough calls at the plate. Both went the other way against Woodbridge. On the mound, Kyle Mortensen, the outstanding sophomore. First pitch is in there for a called strike one.
Yeah, Kai Mort 1-1 so far this season, trying to pick up win number 2.
He topped JFK in his first outing, and he bounces the curveball. A little too far, though, because Rodriguez wouldn't bite. Defensively, Colin Figueredo will be behind the plate. Nick Bradshaw will be at first. Kyle Small at second. Matt Figueroa at short. And Juan Pena at third. In the outfield, Kyle Savoya is in left. John Krusch in center. And Griffin Thomas in right. Woodbridge comes in with high hopes this year. Mortensen gets it on in front of it. Figueroa's up with it. To Bradshaw in time, and there's one away. That'll bring up the second baseman, Omar Jimenez. We don't know much about the Perth Amboy, folks. And let me give you the disclaimer right now, ladies and gentlemen. If you're from Perth Amboy and you get a copy of this tape, we're glad to have you. You can watch it on the internet. And here's, pop this one straight up. Figueredo gets rid of the mask, comes back and can't make the play. That was a high pop, and I think he lost it in the sun. You could see him kind of holding his eyes. So it's a strike.
You know, one of the toughest defensive plays, Craig, the ball that goes straight up, because you virtually have no angle. Very, very tough play, but
So we're going to give you the disclaimer right here, ladies and gentlemen, from Perth Amboy again as we start it. Now, I have the great privilege of representing the folks from Perth Amboy in the General Assembly. But my son is on the Woodbridge team. And so while I admire and I know you have great players in Perth Amboy, I'm going to root for Woodbridge. Vincent, of course, his brother's on the team.
Right.
And Mike Forbes teaches at Woodbridge, and his daughter's boyfriend is on the Woodbridge High School team. So we will try to be as fair as possible. And there's a base hit by Jimenez into right center field, past the diving Kyle Small, and Perth Amboy has his first base runner of the game.
Well, it's true, Craig, that blood is thicker than water.
It is indeed. That's why I like all the other players. I love my son.
Alejandro.
That'll bring up the number 3 hitter, Ishmael Alejandro, the center fielder, number 22. Woodson goes to first, left-hander, big left-hander, just a sophomore. Woodbridge pitching staff is young. 3 prime starters, or premier starters, are 2 sophomores, Mortensen and Nick Bradshaw, and a freshman, Harry Rukowski, who's just been outstanding so far. Alejandro pops this one up. Mortensen calls for it, makes the catch on the mound. Usually you don't see that, Vincent.
Usually not. I mean, usually you'll see the first baseman running and call him off, but Mortensen, decided to take it himself.
Well, that is something a manager likes to see when his pitcher is willing to become the 9th infielder, which in effect he is. So to take charge in a play like that, that was heads up.
And Mortensen plays first base when he's not pitching, so he certainly is
used to the role.
Used to their job. So. Now bring up the cleanup hitters, Steven Ramos. Steven is a what year is he? I'm trying to find. There goes the runner. Figueredo's throw, not in time, as Jimenez got a good jump, steals second. And so with 2 outs, the Panthers have a runner in scoring position. Ah, there we go. Ramos is not on my list. Not on our list.
He's
there
junior.
he is. Okay, there's a junior. 5'8", 165.
Aside from playing the outfield, he's also a pitcher.
Perth Amboy looking for its first win, as we said at the top of the show. There's a swing and a miss. Ball pops out of the glove, but runner can't advance.
That's a nice changeup by Kyle. He had him way out in front.
Got him set up now. No balls and 2 strikes. 2 out. No.
It's 1-1.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at our screen. Scoreboard says 1-1. Our screen says 0-2.
There we go.
Throw back. Oh, he almost didn't get back. 4 umpires today. That's a treat.
To tell you the truth, if Figueroa hadn't dropped the ball, he may have been out at second.
Think so? It was close.
That was a nice play keeping the ball from going into center field.
Wilson takes some time. Looks back. A curveball. Let's see if Figueroa can get there. He gets it. Throw to first. Nice scoop by Bradshaw, and that'll do it. So a nice scoop by Nick Bradshaw. Gets the Barons out of the inning, and we go to the bottom of the first. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left on at the end of a half inning to play. Perth Amboy nothing, and Woodbridge coming to bat.
It was not. It was like.
It's easy to tell if you've had way too many. But what if you've had just one too many? Buzz driving is drunk driving.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set for the bottom of the first.
All right, I'll have the Woodbridge lineup for you here. Batting first and playing center field is number 8, John Krusch. Playing left field, wearing number 7, is Kyle Savoyle. He'll bat second. Batting third is Juan Pena. He wears number 21 and will be playing third base. The DH for the day is Josh Solano, wearing number 5. Batting in the 4 spot. Batting 5th and wearing 23 is Matt Figueroa. He's at short. Batting 6th, wearing number 13, is Kyle Mortensen. He'll be batting 6th. Batting 7th is Kyle Small, wearing number 11 and playing second base. And batting 8th is Nick Bradshaw, wearing number 18, playing first base. And Thomas Griffin finishes off this lineup in right field. Griffin Thomas, right. Not Thomas Griffin. Wearing number 2.
Number 2.
And as we said, on the mound is Tyler Mortensen. Not Tyler Mortensen.
Kyle Mortensen.
Kyle Mortensen. His older brother is Tyler.
Yes, indeed. He was a heck of a bowler, by the way. Defensively, Perth Amboy will set up this way. Guerrera is on the mound. Alexis Guerrera. We talked about him earlier. Juan Pena is the catcher. Jose Ortiz, the first baseman. Omar Jimenez, the second baseman. Jordi Rodriguez will be the shortstop. Randy Nunez will be the third baseman. Luis Alacia will be in left. Ishmael Alejandro will be the center fielder. And Steven Ramos will be in right. John Krusch steps in. John Krusch, senior. Takes the first pitch up high. As I said before, there's the Woodbridge pitching staff is largely young, and 1, 2, and 3 starters are all freshmen and 2 sophomores. The position players, though, are almost all seniors. Bradshaw getting a start today at first base, and that's where either Harry or Rukowski or Mortensen would play. Krusch hits this one up in the air. Rodriguez, the shortstop, drifts back, makes the catch, and I thought he dropped the ball for a second there, but he makes the catch. So 1 up, 1 down, and that'll bring up Kyle Small. Woodbridge needs to produce some offense here. They've played, as I said, they lost a heartbreaker yesterday, 3-2. Before that, they beat an outstanding South Plainfield team 2-1, and then got. In the game that everybody would like to forget, they got beat 19-0 by South Plainfield the day before that. So they've gone 21 innings and scored just 4 runs. So they need to produce some offense.
Yeah, they're overdue.
Greg. Yep.
I was going to say they're overdue to break out. Kyle, of course, number 11. Kyle's a senior. Favorite sport is baseball. Favorite movie's Rudy. Favorite music? Any. So he has an eclectic taste in music. His favorite school subject's history. And Kyle's most memorable baseball moment, I'll tell you after the pitch.
It's fouled straight back.
Is when they won the state championship over the summer. So that's
Is that Kyle Small?
Yes.
Okay.
That's something he'll tell his grandkids.
Yeah, this was the same Woodbridge team that last summer won the state championship. It was the summer league, terrific, exciting as can be, and then Savoya launches this one into center field. Alejandro's there, makes the catch, and there's 2 away. That'll bring up Juan Pena.
The third baseman, number 21, Juan Pena. Third base, number 21.
Pena, the third baseman. As I said, the position players are almost all seniors. There's the young pitchers who also play first base, and then there's everybody else who's a senior.
There's only 3 non-seniors on the varsity team this year for Woodbridge.
That one is low for a ball. Guerrero making his first start of the season. Left-hander. This one is low and inside, so Pena now ahead in the count. 2 balls and no strikes.
Juan's a senior. His favorite movie is 42, the Jackie Robinson story.
That's a good movie.
Excellent movie.
There's the pitch. Down low, ball 3. Sorry, Michael.
Not a problem, Craig. Favorite school subject, Lawn Society. And his most memorable baseball moment, hitting a grand slam as a sophomore on the JV team against the varsity team in a scrimmage. So it didn't count for the record, but probably an amazing moment for the kid.
Kind of taken all the way, and he draws a walk. So the Barons have their first base runner, and that'll bring up the designated hitter, Josh Solano. Josh, usually the catcher. He caught all 9 innings of yesterday's game, so Coach Urbano giving him a break behind the plate. Josh is one of the senior captains. Most of these players played in the summer. I don't think Juan was there, and I'm not sure. Somebody else was. I forget who. Solano, first pitch hitting, hits this one in the air. The shortstop, Rodriguez, is there. He makes the catch, and that'll do it for the Barons. No runs, no hits, no errors, one man left on. And at the end of one, we're scoreless. Come on back, everybody.
You promised me the world. Is this what you had in mind?
Every choice we make has a consequence. Help EarthShare and its members restore balance to the world. Visit earthshare.org and see what you can do. EarthShare, one environment, one simple way to care for it.
And welcome back, everybody. Mike Forbes, Craig Coughlin, and Vincent Coughlin, happy to be with you from Bridgewater, New Jersey. As we head into the top of the second, I'll turn the microphone over to my son, Vincent Coughlin. Take it away, Vincent.
All right, as Angel Rodriguez, the DH, will step in here to lead things off for Perth Amboy. Perth Amboy, one hit so far today, as that one's in there first, just outside for a ball.
We were talking about it before. Josh Solano went first ball hitting in the last at-bat. He had thrown 4 straight balls to Pena. You kind of think he might want to take a pitch there, try to get ahead in the count.
That one's high, too. And, there was only one strike thrown by Perth Amboy by Guerrera in the first inning, at all. So, interesting choice to swing there. As that pitch is low and outside for ball 3.
Well, I guess the alternative to that is you figure the kid really wants to throw a strike, right, Mike?
Yeah, exactly.
On the flip-flop.
As that one's in there for a strike. And Mortensen winding here. That one is going to miss low for ball 4, so Mortensen gives up his first walk of the day.
The first baseman, number 20.
And that'll bring Jose Ortiz up to the plate. As a team, Woodbridge has walked 16 players this year, now 17. So they don't put people on base too often. They've only given up 9 extra base hits, 47 singles on the year, though.
But you definitely don't want to walk the leadoff hitter.
No.
That is not the way you want to get started in an inning.
Usually not the best beginning, so to speak, as you've now got to pitch the entire rest of the inning with someone on base.
That does set up the double play if Kyle can induce him to hit it on the ground.
We'll see what Jose Ortiz comes at him with as he swings at the first pitch again. This one's lifted to left field. Coming in and making the catch is Kyle Savoya out there, so no harm on that one. They get a quick out on the fly ball.
Pena was in on the infield grass. Not sure if they were in there, if he thought he might bunt.
It's possible as we get a mound visit here from Figueredo to Mortensen.
Play a lot of small ball in high school. You see it a lot. You see a lot of moving runners over.
It's not very different in college, to be honest. Having done Seton Hall baseball games, they play small ball quite often. Very rarely is there home runs or there are extra base hits. If that one's low in the dirt for ball 1 to Jose Pena.
Well, plus at this level, too, it gets down to fundamentals. You want to teach your players to move runners over and play small ball and not depend on the long ball when you may not have that capability.
That one's in there for a strike. Nice pitch on the outside part of the plate. And definitely this is where you want to instill the idea that, you don't want to be swinging for home runs. Just swing to get hits, get on base, and hopefully the rest of the team can bring you around.
And there's not that many guys that can hit home runs, so just playing.
As Mortensen throws over to first.
402 center field is bigger than most fields that these guys will.
That's a poke. That's a poke.
As the pitch is outside, throw goes down to second. It won't be in time as Angel Rodriguez takes second. Pretty easily there. Looked like he had quite some speed.
And a good jump.
So
and the pitch was outside, so Figueredo had to reach for it. So that diminished his chances of making that play.
It is now 2-1 the count with 1 out. As Mortensen delivers that one, there's a good pitch in there for a strike.
Down the lines, it's only 317 to left and 315 to right, so certainly the players can hit it out of there.
And although the wall does look daunting, there's a yellow line, which is the actual home run line, right above the lower advertisements as this ball is knocked foul. And Mortensen take a look over there at second, check Rodriguez, but goes home with it instead. This one knocked way high. It's going to be foul. Running Figueredo, not going to be able to get there, run out of room.
A lot of room in foul territory here.
Much more space in foul territory than usual for a high school field, obviously, with this being Somerset Patriot Stadium. But usually in high school, there's a very small backstop.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, if the ball gets past the catcher here, there's no way you're going to stop the runner from getting an extra base. Some of them, you can play around with it. Good pitch.
As a swing and a miss there, the first strikeout of the day for either team, and the second out of the inning. Randy Nunez will step in. Angel Rodriguez there at second, hoping he doesn't get stranded. He was able to advance on a stolen base. Unfortunately, the strikeout doesn't allow him to move to third, as this one misses outside.
Wind blowing out towards left field. Got a big flag out there.
You know, it's funny. The flag in center field is blowing left, but the flags above the scoreboard are actually blowing in. As this ball is knocked to center field, charging in there is Krause. She's not able to field it. Now coming in and scoring is Angel Rodriguez as throw goes on to second. And the Perth Amboy crowd here going wild.
I
I think John Cruz was anxious to get to the ball, and I think that's what caused him to not field it cleanly. He was eager to try and make a throw home to cut off the run.
So that leadoff.
As he got him.
Oh, Juan Pena got caught going to second there, and that'll end the inning. A nice throw down from Colin Figueredo.
So that'll do it for the Panthers in the top of the second, and we'll be back with the bottom of the second. So stay tuned, everybody.
Real men know that getting tested is the way to take care of their families. That's why real men wear gowns. For a list of the tests you need, go to ahrq.gov.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Vince Coughlin, Mike Forbes, Craig Coughlin, happy to be with you on a beautiful, sunny, summer-like afternoon here in mid-April as the Barons and the Panthers tie up. Panthers first on the scoreboard, Vincent.
It is certainly a beautiful day out as Matt Figueroa steps in. Looks at the first pitch high for a ball.
Matt's a senior, so he'll be graduating. Favorite movie, Sandlot. Favorite music, that is, R&B and hip-hop.
This ball's poked foul.
Favorite subject in school is history. The height of his baseball career thus far, winning the Cooperstown Championship, and something he wants to share with everyone. He wants the world to know he loves McDonald's. So,
while their French fries are particularly delicious.
Win if they pull ahead on this. We'll send them a box of Big Macs.
Figueroa so far this year batting .272. He's had 22 at-bats. As this ball's knocked right back up the middle. It's going to get past a reaching Rodriguez there and put Figueroa on first. So that's the way to start off an inning if you're Woodbridge. It's the best way to answer giving up runs is always with runs yourself. as that pitch is swung on and missed for a strike. This is Kyle Mortensen, the pitcher, at the plate. Mortensen batting .357 this year and 14 at-bats, has 5 hits, 2 doubles already, as well as 4 RBIs.
Kyle, the lefty sophomore, favorite movie Step Brothers. He's a country music fan, loves math in school, and remembers his first home run. Don't we all?
This one's high for a ball. Math was never a subject I was particularly good at.
No. There's a reason that some of us teach English.
That one's rocked to left field. Alicia charging in fast, loses his hat. He's not going to get there in time, and it'll drop in.
It sounded like it was a much bigger hit than it was, right?
Absolutely jumped off the bat, but just kind of died up there in the wind. Fortunately, it died enough that Alicia wasn't able to get it, and that's going to put Mortensen on. We'll get a substitute runner.
All right, now my favorite player has just entered the game. You see him on your screen. Nicholas Coughlin has now gone in.
Little pinch running action.
To pinch run, the courtesy runner for the pitcher, and so Coughlin is on first. Always just an amazing treat to get to see your son play and to get to announce him. So he's a good kid and a great kid. Going to St. John's next year.
Nice.
Like me. Always said he wanted to go there.
It's Kyle Small, drops down a bunt. It's going to roll foul. Pretty good bunt, though, I have to say, as he dropped in there nicely. So we're going to try the small ball game once again here for Woodbridge.
St. John, Staten Island, Craig?
No, Queens.
Queens, okay.
You live there?
St. John, Staten Island, my wife's alma mater.
That's right.
Kyle Small, as I mentioned before, loves baseball, the movie Rudy, loves all kinds of music, and enjoys history in school.
There's in there for a strike. I always enjoyed history more so than the math, I have to say.
Right with you, dude.
That's what happens when you go into the broadcasting field.
That's right.
You don't really need math that much here. You like to talk.
So does he keep the bunt on at 0-2?
Probably not, as Small's pulled back the bat. Swings at that one, pokes it up the middle. Diving from second, Jimenez. He's got no play at second. He's got to go to first. And a close call there.
That was a nice play by the shortstop there. He really made a heck of a strong throw.
That was a nice piece of hitting by Kyle. He threw him a changeup, and Kyle held up, stayed back, and was able to advance both runners. So nice piece of hitting by number 11.
So now there's one out and runners on second and third. Woodbridge threatening here with Nick Bradshaw at the plate as he skies this one high to right field. Ramos is under it. He's going to charge in. We're going to get some tagging up going on. A charge to home, and it's not even close. As Figueroa just ran right into the catcher. He had no...
That was a heck of a throw.
He gets caught going home there.
There was no contest on that one.
Woodbridge swinging at the first pitch quite a bit here today.
So that'll do it. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 1 man left on at the end of 1.5, or at the end of 2, I should say. It's Perth Amboy 1 and Woodbridge nothing. We'll be back.
Check out Teen Summer Reading at your library, where imagination takes flight.
And welcome back, everyone, as we head to inning number 3. Craig Coughlin, Vincent Coughlin, and Mike Forbes as we bring you the action live. Well, not live. We're watching it on tape. We're live, and so is the game. But here to bring you the 3rd inning is Mike Forbes. Mike?
To the top of the 3rd we go. Thank you, Craig. 1-0 Perth Amboy early in the game. We had Woodbridge threatening last inning. We had 2 on, 2 out. Couldn't quite push anybody across. So Luis Alicia now. And the 0-1 pitch. Swung on, foul tipped, 0-2.
He didn't look good on that one.
Kymore ahead in the count.
Look how far in Pena comes in on the play.
Look
Well, probably 2 strikes he won't now. But yeah. Sorry, Mike.
That's fouled in the air to the left side and out of play. So Alicia's still alive. The count 0-2.
Well, he is the 9-hitter, but look how close in the outfield is. The outfield's playing at short depth, as they've got a lot of space behind them, and in a big outfield, could be a little risky there. Particularly Kyle Savoy in left field looks a bit far in.
Kymore with the 0-2. Swung on and hit in the air to left. Nice. Kyle Savoya makes the play in foul territory.
So I guess he was at the right depth because he didn't even have to move back.
Barely had to move.
Kyle's a good outfielder. He's very fast. Woodbridge outfield is very, very fast.
So with one down, I'm sorry, Craig. I was going to say the shortstop, Jordy Rodriguez now.
Krusch and Thomas both have
And
good
the pitch
speed as
swung
well.
on, fouled at the plate. Nobody on, 1 out, top of the third. Perth Amboy up 1-0. And the 0-1. That swung on and fouled.
Mortensen at 26 pitches coming into the inning. How many pitches do they throw usually in a high school game before they get taken out?
It's interesting. I don't know. I think that ball actually hit the ground before he hit it, didn't he?
Yeah, Jordy chased a low, and he chased ball 1. So the big left-hander Kyle Mortensen remains ahead in the count 0-2.
I think you'd probably see them get over 80 pitches, 90 pitches before they'd start to worry about it. And then, if it was a 7th inning, probably.
And Rodriguez, swing and a miss.
The second baseman, number 7, Omar Jimenez.
So that brings up Omar Jimenez. I'm sorry, go ahead, Craig.
No,
Nope, I was saying just 2 outs now as Mortensen put him down quickly.
There were clouds before, but they've disappeared. And now there's sunshine just beyond the pitcher's mound.
The 1-0 pitch swung on, foul.
I'd say it's a pretty big crowd here today. Some left over from the Kennedy-Colonia game, but the Perth Amboy side pretty heavy, as the Woodbridge side also pretty solidly packed there in the first 2 rows. A lot of room to spread out here today, though.
And the 1-1, way outside. So it's first bat of this inning. Kyle Mortensen's been behind on. 2-1 now to Omar Jimenez. Nobody on. The 2-1 is swung on and foul to the right side.
Now, even though this is not a traditional high school field, you have to return the ball. They keep the balls in play.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So that little gentleman doesn't have a souvenir.
Yeah, he thinks he's got a souvenir.
He thinks he's... Oh, man.
He's got a souvenir for a minute or 2.
Swinging strike 3.
Well, there he is. He's holding on to it. I guess she's treating it.
2 strikeouts for Kyle Mortensen, nothing across. In the top of the third, we play 2.5. It's Perth Amboy 1, Woodbridge nothing. Stay with us. We'll be back.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
And welcome back, everybody, as we get set for the bottom of the third. Vincent Coughlin, Craig Coughlin, and Mike Forbes set to take you on the bottom of the third. Michael?
All righty, Craig. Griffin Thomas steps up. Griffin, the Woodbridge right fielder. Number 9 man in the order. Guerra with the pitch. Griffin swings, fouled at the plate. Strike one.
Thomas, a .277 hitter on the season. 5 hits and 18 at-bats.
Good outfield. They got a good arm. Made a great throw yesterday. So everybody thought he had gotten a kid at home. The Cerebral player, referee umpire called him safe.
That's high. Count even now to Griffin Thomas, 1-1.
Griffin's going to Fairleigh Dickinson to play football.
He's a fine athlete, tremendous football player. Both teams have 2 hits. Here's the 1-1 to Griff. That's low.
It's funny, speaking of Fairleigh Dickinson, their sports have always seemed a little backwards to me because Madison is their main campus, but their Division III sports come out of there. Their Division I.
Thomas skies it. Jose Ortiz, first baseman for Perth Amboy, puts it away, and that's our first out.
The Division I sports come out of the TNEC campus, which is the smaller of their 2 campuses, so it always seemed a little odd to me that that's how they laid that out.
Now we go to the top of the lineup. Jonathan Cruz steps in. Here's 1 away. First pitch, high and away, ball 1. And the 1-0 to Cruz.
There's
a swung on. Found the hole on the left side. Left field for a base hit. So hit number 3 for Woodbridge.
That was a solid drive there to left field, right in between Rodriguez and Nunez, and poked it along for the 3rd hit of the game for Woodbridge.
So 1 out, 1 on now for the Barons. Kyle Savoya steps in.
He's a good bunter. And we'll do it.
Jordy Rodriguez is, and he shows bunt, fouls it to the left side. I was going to say Perth Amboy third baseman Jordy Rodriguez playing in.
I've known Kyle since he was 8 years old, I guess, or so. We've played, he and his family have all played in the Ford's Little League. I was the coach. He and his dad Kevin coached Nicholas and Kyle when they were a little older. We were both presidents, so go back a long way with the Savoyas. He's a good kid, and he's a terrific player. He's very, very fast, and the best base runner that we ever had. He would drive people absolutely crazy.
Oh, that's what you want. That's what you want.
He would get in rundowns for sport sometimes.
Yeah, so 1-1 to Kyle. 1 on, 1 out. Cruz takes the lead at first. And the pitch. Swung on. Ooh. Double play ball. Safe at first.
Showing a little bit of that speed there.
Kyle beats it out.
He hit it on a button, too.
The third baseman, Juan Pena.
So 2 down now. Juan Pena steps in. Perth Amboy 1, Woodbridge nothing. The Barons with a runner on first. Two down, and the pitch from Alex Guerra. That's high, ball 1.
You know, it's funny talking about base running. That's really a lost art in the game of baseball today. You don't see many people experts at running the bases.
And it really can speed up the mess and make things. It can really be an advantage.
And it can, I was going to say, Craig, make a tremendous difference in a game. Remember the great Ricky Henderson, how he used to drive. He used to drive the defense apoplectic.
Right.
It would just the complexion of the game would change when Ricky would get on base, and you don't, as you said, Vince, you're right. You don't see a lot of that. Here's the 2-0. Swung on. That's a fair ball. Nice play by Jordy Rodriguez at third. The low liner. So no runs, a hit. 1 left at the end of 3. It's Perth Amboy 1, Woodbridge nothing. We'll be back.
Here we go. What? What?
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent, because kids in foster care don't need perfection. They need you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Mike Forbes, Vincent Coughlin, Craig Coughlin. Happy to be with you from the beautiful Somerset Patriot Ballpark as we get set for the top of the fourth inning. This game's clipping along, gentlemen.
This is a pretty fast game today.
Woodbridge out hitting Perth Amboy 3-2, but Perth Amboy has the one run, and that's what matters most, of course.
And that was by virtue of that leadoff walk. They came back to bite the Barons,
yep,
as they often do.
And leading off here in the top of the fourth is Ishmael Alejandro. He popped out to the pitcher his first time up. Takes strike one as we get started. Here, Kyle Mortensen on the mound. He struck out 3, walked the 1, and as you point out, Mike, that was a bad one. On the ground to Kyle Small. He's up with it. Over to Nick Bradshaw for the out. 1 up, 1 down.
The right fielder, number 25, Steven Ramos.
about 37 pitches now for Mortensen, so he's in a good place. Now that's what happens when you don't walk anybody, right?
Yeah. He only has 1 walk on the day.
Steven Ramos, the cleanup hitter, steps in. He flips this one foul straight back. He grounded out to shortstop his first time up back in the first inning. Woodbridge has out-hit them, as I said before, and they had something going in the second inning, and then a fly ball to right and a great throw by Steven Ramos. Nailed the runner at home.
Yeah, they had 2 on. They had 2 runners in scoring position at that point, but just couldn't push any across.
1-1 pitch, grounded back to Mortensen. He fields it, flips it over to Bradshaw, and they're 2 away.
With the exception of that 1 inning where they did score the run, Mortensen has worked fairly quickly with everybody. Even in that inning, it was a pretty quick inning. It was only 4 batters. He got caught going a second.
Yeah, I got caught stealing by Colin Figueroa. Gunned him down. Swing and a miss to start off Angel Rodriguez, the designator hitter. He did walk and scored the only run of today's game in the second inning.
Stole second to do so.
There's the pitch. That's in there for a call. Strike 2.
And again, Craig and Vince, Kyle once again getting ahead.
Right.
And that's what he's been doing all afternoon.
Rodriguez, a big kid, 6'1", 175. Mortensen in the windup. Waste pitch there, but wasn't close enough to get Rodriguez interested, and so it count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
You get ahead in the count like that, and you can afford to start playing around and perhaps waste a pitch and hopefully see if you can get a Perth Amboy batter to chase one.
The left-hander goes in the windup. The pitch swung on and missed. Strike 3. Nice curveball by Kyle Mortensen as he gets Rodriguez to swing over the top. So a quick 1-2-3 inning for Perth Amboy here in the top of the fourth, and we'll take a break. We'll be back for the bottom of the fourth, so stay with us, everybody.
Learning how to kickflip 6 stairs takes determination. So will getting into college. I've got what it takes. So do you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head to the bottom of the fourth. Woodbridge will send up his 4, 5, and 6 hitters. Josh Solano leads it off. He popped out to the shortstop his first time up. Solano comes in batting a hefty 388.
Josh is a senior. Favorite movie, Forrest Gump. I didn't see that when he was a little guy. Favorite subject in school, one that I wouldn't touch, calculus.
Calculus, really? Josh.
I can't make sense of the book cover, and his favorite subject is calculus. Yeah, exactly. Go, Josh.
Guerrero's pitch is up high. Ball 3-0 now. So Josh Solano, let's see if he gets the green light. What do you think, guys? Let's take a poll.
At 3-0? Might as well. He's batting, what, 380?
388, and he's got the only home run on the team. There's a strike. Good idea, though. It wasn't a great strike, so it was a wise move to lay off. Yeah, Solano leads the team in home runs with 1. He's tied for the lead with RBIs with 6, tied with Kyle Savoya.
There's 2 high strikes there. Now he's got a full count. Calculus is a scary subject. I had it for one day, and I switched it out of that class the first day of senior year. Had nothing to do with it.
He rips this one, but it's going to go foul. He's way out in front of that pitch. So the count will hold at 3-2.
Some of the other players for the Barons not in the starting lineup today. Mark Bonino is number 6. He's a senior. Favorite movie is 300. A pop music fan. His favorite subject is accounting. Now that I could do.
This one is in the dirt, so ball 4. So Solano works out the walk. After being ahead in the count 3-0, he had a battle to get that walk. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Matt Figueroa. Figueroa singled his first time up, right up back up the middle.
Mark Bonino's big baseball moment. He hit his first 2 home runs in 1 game. Nice.
Yeah, that's got to be sweet.
That's amazing.
Solano with a good lead.
Ooh,
Figueroa shows bunt, but then pulls it back, takes a ball. So 1 ball and no strikes.
Then we have a kid named Nick Coughlin. You guys may be
yeah, we know him.
You guys may be familiar with this kid. He's a senior. Favorite sport, baseball. So far, so good. Favorite movie, Remember the Titans.
That's a great movie.
Yeah.
Good choice, son. Here's the throw over to first, but Solano back easily.
His favorite school subject is history, and he's a hip-hop and a rap fan.
This is true.
Craig, do you have to, you got to listen to
yeah, I can,
high volume at about 10 o'clock at night?
I listen to some of that stuff.
Yeah. All right.
There's a swing and a miss. Took something off that pitch. Had Figueroa way out in front. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Matt. Matt's a senior as well. As I said, lots of seniors on this squad. Solano with a good lead at first, but they got a lefty pitcher. Guerrero looks him over and then swings. That one's past the diving Nunez into left field. Solano's round in second. He's going to third. He's going to send him on home. Goes all the way to the wall. Solano scores, and we are tied. And Matt Figueroa pulls in at second with a game-tying double.
Right down the line. Was fair by about a foot.
Yep. He ripped it.
And there was no way Josh Solano was not coming home.
No, it was...
That's a solid drive right down that left field line.
That was a major league hit.
And then it got past the outfield, and that's what allowed Solano to come home pretty easily. I mean, he was home. He was safe by a mile. Didn't even have to slide.
Well, you talk about a lot of room in foul territory. Back there is where the bullpen is. And he was able to roll there and bounce off and head up under the wall.
Also not in the starting lineup tonight is Esteban Rodriguez. Esteban's a senior. Baseball, favorite sport. Fast and the Furious, favorite movie. Another rap fan. His favorite school subject is history.
Here's Kyle Mortensen, the pitcher. Chance to help himself now as he comes in batting a hefty .357. Kyle 5 for 14. He's got 4 RBIs on the year, scored 3 runs, and walked 4 times. So he's having a good offensive season. He lifts this one deep to left field. That ball is going back, but it's going to be foul. That had the distance.
Just hit it too far to the left.
Esteban's favorite subject being history. I was his English teacher, so I'm going to have a long talk with him on Monday. His big baseball moment, complete game against Colonia last year. Nice.
You have him this semester?
I had him. I had Esteban last semester.
Okay. So Mortensen down to count 1 ball 2 strikes as Guerrero tries to sneak the curveball by him, but without success. Mortensen lays off, and the count goes even at 2 balls 2 strikes. Both Figueroa and Mortensen have been ahead of the pitch. There's the windup, the pitch, swing, and a miss, strike 3. That was up around his eyes.
Well, he got a little excited there, I think, to swing at that one. He saw a high pitch. You know, it's funny how a lot of batters will see high pitches and they want to take advantage of it because they think they can drive it a better way, but...
Yeah, it takes a lot of discipline to lay off the high one.
Right.
Because it looks fat coming in, but...
Well, you got to credit Guerrero. They changed the plane, as they say. That'll bring up Kyle Small. Kyle singled his first time up to improve on his already impressive batting average of .357. He was also 5 for 14 coming into the game, so now he's 6 for 15.
And to recognize a few other Barons, Harry Rutkowski. Harry's a freshman, favorite sport baseball. He's an R&B fan, favorite subject math.
There was a ball.
Played varsity summer ball as an 8th grader.
Yeah, he did. He was on that team that won the championship. He's been outstanding this year. He pitched a heck of a game against a very tough Bridgewater Raritan team. Struggled a little bit in the first inning of that game, but after that, it was just he was terrific and dominant at sometimes. And was terrific yesterday. Pitched, I believe, 8 innings against Saraville. 7 shutout. No, I guess it was 6 shutout, and then they scored twice in the 7th to tie the game. Anyway, 3-1 now to Kyle Small. Barons with a chance to take the lead. Go ahead, run on second with just 1 out. Here's the windup and a pitch, and that is low. Ball 4. So Small walks. He trots on down to first.
Pirates got 2 on here. With only 1 out. They'll get a visit here from the coach. We don't have numbers on the list of the Perth Amboy roster for the coaches, or I'd tell you which coach that was. I'll assume it's Alex Perez, the head coach. As in high school baseball, the head coach tends to go out.
Yes. There's not a pitching coach. Well, there probably is. They've got 4 or 5 assistants.
They got a lot of assistants.
They got 5 assistants and a head, so they have a big staff.
Well, sometimes schools, now I'm not sure that they do this, maybe that's their full-time staff all the time, but for this kind of special game, sometimes you'll see the other coach, the other level coaches, because they're not playing today. It's not, typically there's a JV and a freshman game as well, but they're not being played, so you may have just added to the list. If not, maybe it's part of the staff. Nick Bradshaw steps in. Outstanding sophomore. He hit a fly ball that we all thought was going to be a sacrifice fly and tie up the game, and instead the great throw by Stephen Ramos.
Number 18.
Matt Figueroa at home.
I was going to say, Craig, number 18, big Nick Bradshaw, as you said. He's a sophomore. Favorite movie, Step Brothers. He's a rock music fan. His favorite subject is math. And, Craig, you may remember this. I think I did this game with the mayor last year. Nick's big baseball moment, his complete game shutout at this stadium last year. You and I did it with the mayor.
Yeah, you and I did it.
You and I did that one.
And the mayor hurt his knee. We were going over that before. He wasn't.
That's right. That was Nick's big baseball moment, a complete game shutout right here.
Yeah. Spotswood. Yeah, that was a pretty good Spotswood team too, if I recall. Yeah, he has been terrific. He pitched a beautiful game against South Plainfield in his second outing of the year. He's 2-0. They're a good team, that South Plainfield team, and Nick shut them down. We won 2-1.
And the night before, they hammered our guys.
Yeah, that was a tough game.
That was a very tough game. And then the following night, we came back, and as you said,
on the road.
And in their territory, we were able to take care of them.
Yeah, out in front of that one now. Strike 2. Count evens now 2-2.
Trying to reach for that one. It's a bit outside.
Yeah. Guerrero looks kind of crafty. He moves the ball around, changes speeds. He's not a big player. Throws that one in the dirt. Doesn't get far enough away from Pena to let Figueroa advance. The count goes full now, 3-2 with 1 out. You think they start the runners?
I would say so.
Guerrero checks the runners, comes home. Nope, runners are holding, and that one is fouled off.
You're talking about the dimensions of TD Bank Ballpark and how different it is for the battery pitcher and the catcher. And you mentioned, Craig, the high school backstops are what, 5 feet, 6 feet, maybe if that, behind the catcher. And now they have all this room, so it really changes their approach as to pass balls, wild pitches, anything getting behind the catcher. It's a whole new.
Yeah. Oh, if it gets past the catcher, forget it. You're not going to.
And it's similar. The freshman baseball team plays at Woodbridge High School. Now they play at Woodbridge High School. They used to play at Ford's Park.
Right.
And the backstop there is extraordinarily long for a non-professional field. So that would happen quite a lot as a freshman. But when you're moving up, the backstops shrink back to normal size and everywhere else.
There's a line drive right at the second baseman. He'll field it himself, step on second for the double play. And in an odd twist, Nick Bradshaw hit it to his second double play, not the traditional way. Anyway, that will do it for the Barons, but they tie it up on the double by Figueroa. And at the end of 4 innings of play, we're all even, 1-1. Come on back, everybody.
G morning, sunshine. Wakey, wakey. You up? What'd you dream about? Me? JK. Text me back. I'll keep texting till you wake up. Are your parents home later? Is it something I did? Exclamation point, question mark? This isn't a joke. Hello? Text me.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Mike Forbes, Craig Coughlin, and Vincent Coughlin bringing you the game from the Bridgewater, New Jersey. The Bridgewater Barons, a team that the Patriots. Let me try this again. Bridgewater Barons, a team that the Barons faced a couple of weeks ago. As we start the 5th inning, and turn the microphone over to Vincent.
As first pitch comes in for a strike on. Scoreboard showing Nick Bradshaw up. That's not correct. Jose Ortiz is batting for Perth Amboy. This pitch missing outside for a ball. He flew out to left field his last time up. Jose Ortiz is the first baseman for the Panthers. That's a nice strike on the outside part of the plate there from Kyle Mortensen. Mortensen's looked pretty good. Coming into the inning, 48 pitches. He's got 14 strikes, 11 balls. As the count has been even at 2. As the shade creeps in here, and this ball is popped to foul territory in right field, and moving over for the Barons, Nick Bradshaw able to scoop that one, make the catch, and the first out of the inning. So pop up to first base is how Jose Ortiz makes the first out here in the 5th inning. Juan Pena struck out his last time, and I'd say Kyle Mortensen has been doing well in the strikeout category. He's got 4 of them so far today, which is something his counterpart does not have. I think he only has 1 strikeout so far.
Yeah, Mortensen's he's a power pitcher.
That pitch in there for a strike, and quickly behind 0-2 is Pena. This pitch low and outside for a ball.
Kyle mixing up his speeds, too, really effectively. He's throwing some off-speed stuff, then he comes in with the gas and has him off stride.
And that one in there for a strike. Nice pitch there.
Beautiful pitch.
That was a sweet breaking ball.
His first looking strikeout of the day, his 5th overall total. And he's using that power, as you talked about, to really take advantage of these Perth Amboy batters. Even though, despite the fact that they're winning, they've still only had 2 hits. They all came, well, actually, one came in the first, the other one came in the second.
He set down 8 in a row.
But yeah, he's gotten the job done. As he misses with 2 balls here. Working on his way. Possibility of putting down 9 in a row if he's able to get Nunez here.
I think I may have jinxed him, though.
As he's now at 3-0. Shouldn't say things like that. You ruin the mojo, so to speak. As Nunez, his last time up, he has the only RBI of the day for the Panthers. That one's in there for a strike. Got caught stealing at second, though, so he wasn't able to continue the inning. As Colin Figueredo was able to throw him out And
just like that.
Just like that, it's back at 3-2.
And I noticed that Josh Solano is behind the plate now.
So we've got a change.
Figueredo comes out.
As we get a check swing here and a drop strike 3. He'll pick it up and tag him, and that'll end the inning. So another strikeout there for Mortensen. That ends the inning. No runs, no hits, no one left on. He's now retired 9 in a row. So it's been good going for Kyle Mortensen. We're going to go to break now. And when we come back, we'll have the bottom of the 5th inning. Stay with us.
Bring out the action hero in you. Fuel up right and get energized. Be part of the greatest action movie ever. The first movie that puts you in the action. Show us how you train and eat like an action hero. Join in at actionheroalliance.com.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set for the bottom of the 5th. And the afternoon kind of winds down to early evening. We've got a good one. 1-0. Or 1-1, I should say. As we go to the bottom of the 5th and back to Vincent Coughlin for the call.
Yeah, as we get a substitution here. Start things off. Coming into bat for Griffin Thomas is going to be Pierre Martinez, a senior outfielder. Wears number 20. And the first pitch here to Pierre is in there for a strike.
Pierre, as I mentioned, Vince, a senior. His favorite movie, Man of Steel. Excellent taste. Favorite subject is history, and he hit a walk-off in his sophomore year against Monroe. That's his big baseball moment.
All right. Understandable. Walk-off home runs don't come often as this one's knocked to short. Grabbed there by Rodriguez. Fires across, trying to make the scoop as Ortiz. No good, though. As he's on his first at-bat of the game, swings at the second pitch. And just like that, he's on base. So a good switch there for Woodbridge.
Let's see if they give him a hit.
Yeah, see how they score that. That was...
could be an error.
Jose Ortiz
attempted.
A long throw.
They've given him a hit for it.
Attempted the scoop. It was long and it was in the dirt.
As he has... Yep, they've given him a hit. Woodbridge now has 4 hits on the day.
No, they had 4.
They did have 4.
They didn't put anything up there.
And they haven't put anything up there
either one. Now we'll see.
We're just not going to credit that one.
Well, we're going to call it a base hit. What the heck?
Give him a hit. Why not?
We'll be official scorers for the day.
Keep Martinez there. Give him the single as John Crouch comes up the plate. Crouch, excuse me.
Okay.
Jonathan's a senior. Favorite movie, Sandlot.
There you go. Good choice.
Excellent. Yeah.
Rap
music. He's a
Sandlot.
Oh, Sandlot.
He's a rap music fan. Favorite school subject, psychology. Part of the winning team who won the summer state championship in 2013.
This ball's knocked in between short and third. Nunez and Rodriguez have no chance of getting to that one, so back-to-back base hits for the Barons, and all of a sudden, no out. They're threatening once again with 2 guys on.
You know, that's the same spot he hit the last one. He hits it hard. There's no angle.
As we'll get a mound visit here. That's got to be the head coach now, because I assume there's probably going to be a pitching change, as we'll see what happens on the mound.
Well, by the way, this is a new pitcher. This is Emmanuel Pinellas.
Oh, you're right. No glasses.
No glasses, and he's a right-hander, so sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. We missed that. Emmanuel is a senior. 5'10", 160 pounds.
And while we're waiting, we'll give you a little background on Kyle Savoy. Number 7, Mickey Mantle's number, which I'm sure the Barons find that a hopeful sign. He's a senior, favorite sport baseball. He enjoyed The Wolf of Wall Street, his favorite movie. He's a rap music fan, favorite school subject history, and he also credits his big baseball moment, the summer state championship win.
Well, it was very exciting, I can tell you.
Yeah, it must have been. It must have been.
Went to the last day and we were in the winners bracket and had, I think it was Middletown.
I think so.
Team. They won the first game, and we came back and won the second game. It was a double elimination tournament. There's a play on at second, and they confused. Oh, that was a heck of a play. Did you see that? Man, the shortstop came in, circled in front of the runner at second, and the runner got distracted.
Yeah, Perth Amboy got lucky on that.
And the second baseman came in, and the ball was there, but, you know.
That was a nice play by...
That's Martinez at
second
second.
baseman
Martinez. Bunt from Kyle Savoya. He's going to be able to beat that out, too.
Oh.
I called him a safe as I look at it. Kyle on my side, disagreeing with the umpires. He'll charge back to the dugout. Does his job, though, with the sacrifice.
Yeah, but that was close.
To be honest, I looked safe to me.
That was a bang-bang at first.
Number 21, Juan Peña.
As much as you don't like to discredit the umpires.
That was close. That was extremely close play.
Not too sure about that one. And there's one away, though. And now the Barons got two on second and third with just one out. The infield will be in for the Panthers, going home with the ball as Juan Peña steps in.
Huge lead at second.
Well, with no one holding him on, if you're Crush, I mean, you know, no reason to not be halfway there. You might as well.
Infield in. So on a base hit, he's going to score easily. Crush is fast.
As we'll get the 1-0 here. Peña looks at that one outside for ball 2. And things going the way of the Barons as Peña has a lead in the count. Down at third base is Pierre Martinez. He came in, got a hit to start off the inning as this is his first inning in the game. We'll see what happens as Peña takes his first strike. Take a 2-1 count.
Well, you got the go-ahead run on third with one out, and you got your number 3 hitter up. So this is the spot you want to be if you're in Woodbridge.
You couldn't really ask for much more than this. Nope. And this ball is knocked right back up the middle. It's going to get through with the infield in. That sneaks past. In to score is Martinez. In to score is Crush. And just like that, a one-out RBI single for Juan Peña opens the game up as Woodbridge Barons take a 3-1 lead.
The designated hitter, number 5.
That's just what the doctor ordered for Woodbridge. They'd had a lot of scoring opportunities, but they hadn't been able to capitalize. Largely. A couple of double play balls, sort of an odd nature. One was a double play with the right fielder throwing somebody out at home. The next was a line drive right at the second baseman who was able to step on second.
As we'll get a pinch runner here for... That's interesting. Peña gets a substitute runner.
And Nick Coughlin.
It's going to be Nick Coughlin once again. Why is it that Peña's allowed to get a substitute runner with no penalty?
Huh?
Why is it that Peña's allowed to substitute out running without having to leave the game?
Because you can always re-enter the game once. Every starter can re-enter the game once, no matter what.
Have to learn the high school rules.
So there's Nick Coughlin, as I said, my favorite player. I like them all. I like all these kids. They're great kids. Know most of them very well. Nick was an all-division swimmer, I should point out. Swam the 50 and the 100. Old white division swimmer this year at Woodbridge High.
First pitch there to Josh Solano is outside for a ball.
And Emmanuel Pinnell is struggling, you can tell, getting behind in the count.
Yep.
This one outside again.
Yeah, he can't find the zone.
He seems to be having trouble definitely with his control.
Yeah, only 1 out, 2 runs in, so he's...
An interesting choice, I think, to take out Guerrera in the first. I mean, in this inning, he hadn't been pitching that many pitches. He only threw 61 pitches, and he hadn't done too poorly.
Well, but remember, this is his first appearance of the year. We don't know how long. He may be somebody who just is just pitches a couple of innings. This might have been the longest work he's had, and he was in a couple of situations. But those 2 plays we talked about before, there's another strike.
There's an end run in there for a strike, so the count even up at 2 now.
Odd plays that really kind of bailed him out, or the damage could have been much worse. Now, he also got players to hit into the out. So, and he was crafty.
That he was. He was able to use all the tools. As this one is up high for strike 3. Try to further strike him out, throw him out, no good, as Nick Coughlin slides in there safely to second base. And that puts 2 outs now.
It's a nice backup by shortstop Jordy Rodriguez. That would have gone into center field.
So 2 outs there.
Another man in scoring position now for the Barons.
Matt Figueroa at the plate now. So he takes first pitch strike. 2 outs, 3-1 the score after a big 2 RBI single from Juan Pena. As these pitches knocked down in between short and third, it'll get through. And on to third goes Coughlin. Into first safely without much problem is Figueroa. As an easy single there allows for a little bit of a possibility of a 2-out rally here with runners on the corner.
So now Kyle with a chance to help himself.
You know, it's funny. It's always good when you see the pitcher who's able to hit, and that happens a lot in high school baseball because usually the pitcher is generally one of the better players,
Right.
at least if it's one of your ace starters, so to speak. And it's just funny to see how they evolve, and you know, in Major League Baseball and National League, obviously they don't hit, but you know, seeing pitchers at the high school level be some of the best hitters, it's quite different of a style of baseball. It allows you to do a lot more with them.
And we just saw a little conference with Coach Urbano, Hall of Fame coach Lou Urbano, with Kyle Mortensen, Matt Figueroa, and Nick Coughlin. One of the things that you'll see from Woodbridge on a fairly regular basis is Figueroa try to get in a rundown to allow the runner from third to score. So let's see if that play is on. There's the throw back. He dives back.
Close play there. Figueroa had a big lead, and that may have been the idea there, so he had to quickly get back, almost got caught.
Well, the idea is to get in a rundown. So
Well, yeah, no, absolutely, but he, you know.
Let's see. Alternatively, he may just be trying to straight steal with. There we go. He's
That's
hung
it.
up. Now Coughlin's got to make the read, and he just let him go to second.
All right. Well,
that was a heads-up play by Perth Amboy.
Absolutely, yeah.
They would have fallen right into that trap. Good try.
Yeah. If the first baseman goes to second, then you got to break from third.
Right.
But what this does is it sets up.
It gets rid of the easy out at second.
Well, and it puts 2 guys in scoring position with 2 on, and Mortensen leads the team in extra base hits. He's got. Oh no,
He's got 3. Excuse me. He's got 2 doubles.
Yeah, no, it's 2 doubles. So
he's second on the team to
Second on
Kyle
the team.
Savoya. Does have 4 RBIs though. As this
There's
ball's
one.
knocked to second. Jimenez is there, throws to first, and it's in time. So all the movement is for naught, as turns out to ground out to the second baseman to end the inning.
And we're done with 5. Barons break out to a 3-1 lead. We'll take a break. Come on back for the 6th and 7th, folks. You won't want to miss it.
My pot of gold, your daddy's little girl, till heaven home.
It's easy to tell if you've had way too many. But what if you've had just one too many? Buzz driving is drunk driving.
And there we see Kyle Mortensen taking his final warm-up pitches as we head into the 6th inning with the Barons having taken the lead 3-1. And we'll turn the microphone over to my colleague, Mike Forbes. Mike.
Okay, Craig. Luis Alicia steps in, number 9 in the batting order.
For your 50-50 drawing. If you're holding a blue ticket with the numbers 802-718.
Woodbridge left-hander Kyle Mortensen now with a little bit of a cushion. Woodbridge up 3-1. And the left-hander with the pitch. Breaking ball in there for a call, strike 1. Except for that one tough inning, Kyle has been outstanding.
Real has.
Alicia flew out his last time up.
Here's the 0-1. He shows bunt. Foul.
Ooh. Heads up play there.
Yeah, Josh right on it.
Yeah, Solano was right on that.
Josh right on it, but that's foul. So 2 strikes now to the number 9 hitter, Luis Alicia, for the Perth Amboy Panthers.
You are today's lucky winner. Claim your prize at the 50-50.
Kyle Mortensen, in the meantime, has retired 9 in a row, 11 of his last 12. So he's certainly had an outstanding afternoon. He's 0-2 now to Alicia. And the pitch swung on, foul back. The field pretty much in, except for right center, between right and center in the outfield, we're in complete shade now. So sun going down here at TD Park. Woodbridge up 3-1, top of the 6th, 0-2 to Alicia. And the pitch. High.
Well, he was trying to waste that one. He was way ahead in the count. The number 9 hitter, though. I don't mess around.
That's lined into left.
A little blooper there.
So a base hit for Luis Alicia. Perth Amboy puts one on.
Look, Kyle's been just brilliant so far. He had only faced these 2 more than the minimum so far in the game.
Number 3, Jordy Rodriguez.
Those are the ones that make you a little crazy, right? The number 9 hitter in the lineup, 0-2, and
and the leadoff batter.
Yeah.
So now, double play situation for the Barons as Jordy Rodriguez, top of the order now, steps in.
Pena in at third, just in case the bunt, I assume, with the leadoff batter on. That is something of a concern. Obviously, leadoff batters tend to be the speediest, so if anyone's going to come in and bunt, it would be him.
Kyle paying some attention to Alicia at first.
I don't think they're going to bunt, though. They're down by 2.
I wouldn't think so.
I wouldn't bunt either, but
I wouldn't think so.
Pena's in at third.
Yeah, no, he is. You're right. Doesn't show bunt.
Doesn't show, but he did.
It's only the 6th inning, but it's the 6th inning. We only play 7.
It's funny.
And here's the 0-1.
Got him picked off.
Breaks, got him picked off. And they got him at second.
Nice move.
Good play there.
So a little bit too aggressive, Luis Alicia was. He gets picked off, thrown out at second. 1 down now for Perth Amboy.
That's a long run back to the bench.
That's extremely long.
Disappointing walk.
So 1 down, the 0-1 now to Jordy Rodriguez. 1-1.
That's when you're thankful your dugout's on the first base side, so you don't have to walk past the head coach.
Walk across the diamond.
Yeah.
Count is even now. Here's the 1-1 pitch.
Then you get your glove and you're ready to go out real fast.
Right, yeah. And make sure you get out before the head coach comes back in. Sneak out the end of the dugout there.
And by all means, keep your head down. Make eye contact with no one.
Right.
2-2 now to Jordy Rodriguez. Panthers shortstop, number 3. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors for Perth Amboy. That's a bouncer to the right side. Kyle Small over to Bradshaw, 2 down. I was going to say 1 run, 3 hits, Perth Amboy, 3 runs, 7 hits for the Woodbridge Barons. So 2 down now.
The second baseman, number 7, Omar Jimenez.
Omar brought his fan club today.
Yeah.
As you can hear.
That's ball 1. Omar, the Panthers' second baseman. And the 1-0 pitch. Swung on. Counts even now, 1-1. 2 down. Woodbridge up 3-1. Top 6. TD Bank Ballpark, Bridgewater, New Jersey. Mike Forbes, along with Vince and Craig Coughlin. Father-son combination in the booth. Do you two go home and kind of critique what each other did, and
No.
Sort of, listen, you should have said this at that point, or what was up with that? I can just imagine that.
Vincent will tell me that.
Yeah, maybe
That's
once in a while.
Popped up behind the plate. Josh gives it a look.
It's only the second time we've done.
Yeah, actually.
A sporting event. We did a
part of a football game.
Right, part of a football game. And did we do a basketball game once? I think we did a basketball game once too.
Right.
In Kelowna.
Yes.
Well, hopefully this will be the first of many. A dynasty like the Buck family.
There you go.
Just got a piece of that. The count even now, 2-2. So the deuces are wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Base is empty. Omar Jimenez calls time.
I'll let him critique me when I'm on air, but when it comes to writing papers, I let my father go nowhere near them.
Pretty good editor.
I think you edit papers very well. But between the first page and the last page, I'll find myself writing a paper about something that I've not started with because you edit quite too much for my liking.
Well, your dad being a state legislator, we have to dot our I's and cross our T's.
All right.
The 2-2 now. Swung on right up the middle. That's through for a base hit. Kyle Small tried to cut it off. Not quite. So a 2-out hit for Omar Jimenez.
How big was that pickoff, huh?
Absolutely.
They'd have the tying run on first. With the part of the lineup coming up.
Right, plus they have a guy on third, so they probably have runners in the corners with 2 outs, or with 1 out in the heart of the lineup.
Ismael Alejandro steps in with 1 on. That's ball 1.
Coach Urbano coming out. Now, I found this out today. I was talking to Coach Urbano before the game. The trip rule in high school baseball is different than the trip rule in Major League Baseball.
I'm sure it is.
You have 3 trips to the mound before you have to take somebody out.
Wow.
So you could, but it's 3 trips throughout the game. So if you take 2 trips in the first inning,
right,
and then you take a trip in the 7th inning. That's your 3rd trip. So on the 4th one, the next time you go out, you have to take the pitcher out, and then every trip out after that, you have to take the pitcher out.
Oh wow!
So if you brought in 3 pitchers, you
get far less mound visits than in Major League.
Yeah.
I mean, in Major League Baseball, you get 2 every inning.
Yeah.
So
well, I think that's also in the interest of keeping the game moving too.
Yeah.
The 1-0 swung on foul to the left side.
You actually get 2 every pitcher in Major League Baseball. So, yeah, it's probably, I would imagine, to speed up the game.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
1-1 to Ismael Alejandro. We're in the top of the 6th. 2 men down.
Well, it's like Major League Baseball games at the end can take forever. You know, the lefty, righty, righty, lefty.
Double switches here and there, yeah. Kymore checks the runner and fires over there. Almost tosses it into the dugout.
Good thing Nick Bradshaw is tall.
Good thing Nick's a big guy.
Yeah.
He reached up and snagged it. 1-1 to Ismael Alejandro. Panthers center fielder. And the 1-1 pitch.
Oh.
He waited on that pitch nicely.
First base coach had to jump out of the way of that one.
It's called self-preservation.
Yeah. Well, you notice the coaches on the baselines have to wear helmets now this year. That's new.
1-2 to Alejandro, and Kymort with the pitch. Outside, evens up at 2-2.
And that's a new rule in Major League Baseball as well.
And it's because the coach, right,
one of them, I think, is a college coach.
Yeah.
Got hit with a line
head.
drive.
Yeah.
College coaches have to wear helmets as well.
Pretty big lead.
Here's the 2-2. Foul. Again. First base coach makes an attempt to snare it. So the deuces are wild again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 6th. Perth Amboy with a man on first. Woodbridge up 3-1. Two down and the 2-2. Foul down the right side once again.
Mortensen moving the ball around. Last pitch was outside, then he was getting back inside this time. So
Yeah, he's changed location, spotted the ball so well, changed speeds.
The lights are coming on here.
So we'll do the 2-2 again.
At least the lights in left field are. Ooh, that was a good pitch.
There's one in right field coming on as well.
Just outside. So the count runs full to Ismael Alejandro here in the top of the 6th.
This is the 8th pitch of the at-bat, so he's really battling up there. He's young Mr. Alejandro.
Kyle Morton's with the payoff pitch. Runner goes. Ball 4. So now, Perth Amboy mounts a two-out threat.
Number 25, Steven Ramos.
It's only his second walk of the game. 6 strikeouts, though, so it's a pretty good strikeout to walk ratio. I'll take that over 6 innings. 6 strikeouts, 2 walks.
Steven Ramos, Panthers right fielder, steps in.
That pitch just too high.
Ball high, ball 1. Panthers now 2 men on, 2 men out.
Grounded out twice as Ramos. Once the pitcher, once the shortstop.
Kyle Mortensen with the 1-0. Swung on, that is lined into center for a base hit. 1 run is in. Ooh, collision at the plate. So now Perth Amboy cuts the Woodbridge lead down to 3-2. Now we've got a different ball game. Runners at second and third, 2 out. Josh Solano's all right.
Yeah, he got hit.
A little bit of a hit there at the plate.
The designated hitter, number 13, Angel Rodriguez.
To be honest, I'm a little surprised that collisions are still allowed in high school baseball after they've removed collisions at the plate in Major League Baseball, which I think is a silly rule anyway. But interesting to see that you're allowed to run in the catcher. Certainly may have had a bit of an influence on that play as the ball was coming in almost at the same time.
Well, yeah,
so.
Yeah,
and good thing Mortensen backed it up because otherwise the runner would have scored. Mortensen,
Right.
by the way, has thrown 27 pitches this inning, so his pitch count is now ballooned. He was at 63, so now he's up to 90 pitches. So, but I don't see any action in the Woodbridge pen.
So now Perth Amboy brings it to within 1. Runners at second and third, 2 out. Angel Rodriguez at bat. And now Kyle Mortensen all of a sudden shows signs of, after 6 outstanding innings,
he was cruising.
Signs of getting a little bit rattled. 1-0. 1-0 the count now.
He went.
There you go, there's a strike. He seems to be losing his control a little bit, and I have to say probably from getting knocked around after having such good innings. But
Right.
I'm surprised there's no one warming up.
The 1-1 to Rodriguez. There's a strike.
That was a nice pitch.
That tied him up. So now it's 1-2.
Breaking ball came in on him and wasn't able to handle it.
2 on for Perth Amboy, 2 out. Angel Rodriguez with a 1-2 count. Kyle Mortensen hoping for a strikeout here. Get out of this inning.
That one in the...
That one's in the dirt. 2-2 now.
Well, it's always beneficial to have 2 outs, and this shows exactly why.
Yeah.
Always 1 pitch away from ending the inning.
2 on, 2 out. The 2-2 now from Kyle Mortensen. 3-2. So now a walk here would load the bases.
Well, he's got a base to play with, so he doesn't want to make too good a pitch.
That swung on, fouled back and out of play. So we'll do the payoff pitch once again here in the top of the 6th.
We've got a good one here.
We really do. Now it's 3-2 Woodbridge. Perth Amboy pushing one across this inning. The payoff pitch. Swung on the ground, through the box. Safe at first.
A 2-run score.
2 in.
Figueroa got it, made the throw. It was a close play at first, but running all the way from second was Ramos.
Heads up base running there.
So now Perth Amboy goes ahead 4-3. Kyle Mortensen cruising, as you mentioned, Craig, throughout this game. And it all comes apart here in the top of the 6th. And all after 2 out.
I'm going to say there's a good play by Figueroa out there at short. He did his job. He got to the ball pretty quickly, made a solid throw.
It was close at first.
It's just a bang-bang play. So we get a change here.
We get a pinch hitter.
No, we don't. I mean, the coach is talking to the batter.
Oh, okay.
However, Jose Ortiz is the guy standing up at the plate. I thought so, too. Maybe a pinch runner.
Yeah, pinch runner. Number 9 is Devin Rodriguez. He's a freshman. He's going to go in to run.
Jose Ortiz, the Panthers' first baseman.
Ladies and gentlemen, running for Angel Rodriguez, number 9, Devin Rodriguez.
So the Panthers push across 3. They've taken the lead now. Perth Amboy 4, Woodbridge 3, top of the 6th. Now Jose Ortiz steps in with 2 out. He's the Panthers' first baseman, as I mentioned. Panthers with the runner on first. And the pitch. Swung on in the air to center. Cruz puts it away, and that'll do it. But not without Perth Amboy scoring 3 runs to go ahead 4-3. As we go now to the bottom of the 6th at TD Bank Ballpark. Stay with us.
Real men know that getting tested is the way to take care of their families. That's why real men wear gowns. For a list of the tests you need, go to ahrq.gov.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set for the bottom of the 6th, and the Barons with some work to do, Michael.
Well, that they do. Craig, we're now down 4-3, bottom of the 6th. And the game turned quite quickly in Perth Amboy's favor.
Batting for small, number 6, Mark Bonino.
So Mark Bonino now steps in, number 6, pinch hitting for Kyle Small, Woodbridge's second baseman, as the Barons now going to try to obviously put a couple up after enjoying the lead through most of the game. Perth Amboy 4, Barons 3, bottom of the 6th.
We got a conversation here between Urbano and the head umpire. I'm sure about the substitution. Apparently he's not going to be able to bat.
Being called back. Okay.
And Kyle Small is going to go back up.
Kyle Small is.
All right.
Going to my scorecard. Looks like a crossword puzzle.
So much for that now.
All right, so Kyle Small, lefty batter will step in. Kyle
I'm not sure why.
Playing second
today
for...
No, I mean, I don't know if it's going to matter. I'm sorry, Michael. Go
No,
ahead.
go ahead, Craig. I think it's Kyle playing second today for the Barons.
He was announced in Major League Baseball. That would mean you were in the game.
You're in,
right?
yes.
So here, since players can re-enter, Kyle could certainly come back in and re-enter. The question is Mark Bonino now out of the game? I don't know that it makes much difference. They're in the 6th inning already, but
why would they say he was not allowed to come in and bat though?
Well, I don't know that he said. I think Coach Urbano maybe rethought that. I mean,
all right.
Kyle Small came in the game batting .357, and he's,
Emmanuel Pinellas now behind 2-0 to Kyle Small.
He just walked once already today in his last time up.
And that is Kyle Small, number 11. That we're sure of.
His dad, Brian, Board of Ed member.
The 2-0 pitch in there for a call, strike one. Bottom of the 6th, Perth Amboy 4, Woodbridge 3. Perth Amboy picks up 3 at the top of the 6th to go ahead in this game. Pinella's now with the 2-1. Swung on, hit down to short.
Big hop.
So Rodriguez to Ortiz, that one goes. 1 down now for the Barons.
That bounce benefited Perth Amboy there as it allowed the ball to
Big
get to
hop.
Rodriguez
Yeah, right.
faster.
Yeah, right into Rodriguez's
The
chest.
first baseman, number 18, Nick Bradshaw.
Brings up Nick Bradshaw with 1 out. Woodbridge Barons down by a run. Pinellas with the pitch. There's a bouncer.
To Rodriguez again.
Rodriguez again. Over to Ortiz. 2 down. 2 quick outs now.
The right fielder, number 2, Griffin Thomas.
So 2 up, 2 down. Griffin Thomas steps in. Barons out hitting the Panthers, but Panthers have the bigger number where it counts.
Yeah.
That's ball 1. Kyle Mortensen had retired 9 in a row at one point, and it all came apart in the 6th. Bottom of the 6th now. Count is 1-0 to Griffin Thomas. That's in there for a call, strike 1.
That's better. Put a little light on here, Vincent. Good job.
Pinellas with the 1-1. Swung on in the air to the right side to right field. The right fielder
falls down.
Cannot make the play. That was Steven Ramos. And Griffin Thomas goes to second. That was a good effort by right fielder Steven Ramos, but couldn't quite get there.
He dove for it. It looked like he was having a little trouble gauging where it was.
He seemed like he certainly couldn't locate it in the air, as if he was thought it was going to be in a different spot. And he kind of circled around where it would actually land.
And then he had to dive for it.
So it puts runner in scoring position for the Barons with 2 outs. We go to the top of the order. Here's Jonathan Krusch.
Krusch so far today has gotten 2 singles and a pop out.
Swinging strike 1. Griffin Thomas at second.
Came around to score last inning, did Krusch, on the RBI single from Juan Pena.
2 down, the count 0-1 to Jonathan Krusch. And the pitch is high. Count even now. Griffin Thomas, the Barons right fielder at second. Outside. I've got a count of 2-1.
That's what I have.
I've got 2-1 while the score. There we go. 2 balls, 1 strike. Jonathan Krusch, the leadoff hitter, the number 1 hitter in the order.
This is a big spot for the Barons here. Ball 3.
So he'll get a pitch to hit here at 3-1. just what the doctor ordered.
And Griffin Thomas with good speed.
Yeah, they're going to walk him.
You can intentionally walk him without throwing the extra pitch in high school baseball.
Yeah, you can intentionally
Can you
walk
do
him.
that? You learn something new every day.
That's
You don't have to do it even 1 pitch. You can just send him on down.
Send him over? All right.
Send him on down.
Number 7.
I've always found that to be very odd.
That makes some sense.
You think it makes sense? I think it's odd.
What, to walk him?
No, to intentionally walk in high school baseball without having to throw the pitch.
Not have to pitch.
Yeah, I think, but it is what it is.
But in any case, runners at first and second, 2 down. Kyle Savoya now. Rips one foul down the left field line.
I could see why they did it in this game. I mean, as I said, Krusch had gotten 2 singles already. He's a solid hitter. Although, to be honest, you're walking the 1 hitter to get to the 2 hitter in the lineup.
Yeah, Savoya's batting .391 coming into the game, so
can't do much better than that. He's gotten 3 doubles on the year, 9 hits, 6 RBIs.
Well, here's his chance to do some damage. 2 outs, 2 on.
big spot for the senior.
And here's the 0-1. That's swung
Kind
on.
of low for it, but I'll tell you what, he's fast, so let's see. He's safe.
He is safe
Not
at
even
first. The
close.
bases are loaded. Everybody's safe.
There's Kyle Savoya showing that speed once again.
Yeah, Kyle gets down the line well.
It wasn't hit that hard, so you knew it was going to be a tight play. That'll bring up Juan Pena.
He was better off just poking that one and allowed it to bounce just slow enough to beat it out.
The third baseman, number 21, Juan Pena.
Well, Pena.
So I was going to say, now Woodbridge has the bases loaded, 2 outs. And here's a chance for Juan Pena.
Pena hit the 2 RBI single last inning, so see if he can do some damage again.
Yeah, there's a chance to put Woodbridge in the lead. Pinellas now on a spot. Here's the pitch. Strike 1.
That was a big pitch for Pinellas. He wanted to get ahead, and all of a sudden, you fall behind, and that strike zone starts to look like a very small. There's another one in there for a called strike.
Yeah, now he's down 0-2 now.
Pena going to battle back here. You got to watch, as I'm sure. Now we'll go at him with a garbage pitch, try to get him to chase.
Ooh, that
wow.
was close. Close pitch.
That was a tough pitch to take.
Real tough pitch to take. Nonetheless, 1-2. Bases are loaded with Barons. Barons down by 1. They have a chance here, but the count is 1-2 to Juan Pena. And the 1-2 pitch. Swung on in the air to the right side. She's going to go foul into the seats. So, Pena with another chance.
Good job staying alive there. Just knock that pitch away and give yourself another opportunity on the next one.
Juan Pena with a chance to break it open. 1-2 is the count. The bases are loaded with Barons. 2 down. And the 1-2 in there for a call. Strike 3.
Now, if he called it a ball the first time, I'm not sure he gets away with calling that a strike that time. I'm just saying I'll take consistency from the umpire.
It was real similar, but way too close to let go nonetheless.
I think he fooled him.
Probably did. We go now. We've played 6. Perth Amboy up 4-3. We'll be back.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Moon over Bridgewater as the moon starts to make its appearance. The lights are on, and we head to the 7th inning when we've got a tight one. We've got a good one, ladies and gentlemen. 4-3, Panthers on top. Into pitch now for the Barons is the shortstop, Matt Figueroa. He comes in to play the pitch. First baseman Nick Bradshaw moves out to, I'm sorry, I hear the PA so loud in my head I can't even think. Nick Bradshaw, who was playing first base, has moved to shortstop, and Harry Rudkowski is in to play first. Stepping in for Perth Amboy is Juan Pena, the catcher, except I think it's not Juan Pena, it's a pinch hitter. And Figueroa throws ball 1.
Pinch hitter being Erico Torres.
Erico Torres.
Number 6.
He swings and misses. He may have got a piece of it.
Oh, it's a 1-2.
So Figueroa on top. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Figueroa senior throws hard. I don't have any statistics on him. I think he pitched 1 inning against JFK in one of the first 2 games of the season, if I recall correctly. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Woodbridge has to hold the Panthers here. And now Figueroa wants to talk to Josh Solano.
Yeah, they don't want to dig a further hole for themselves, because hopefully they'll try to pull it out in the bottom of the 7th if they can hold it to 1 run. Keep it within striking distance.
Torres, a left-hander. Swing and got a piece of it. No, he just dropped it. But Solano picks it up and tags him for the strikeout. Put out 2 if you're scoring at home. Kyle Mortensen was great, and then he ran into the 6th inning. He had, he was working on a 2-hitter. It set down 11 out of 12, and then he got started to get behind in the count, and a couple of base hits, and on 2 runs scored on a ground ball base hit that gave the Panthers the lead back in that 6th inning. Figueroa now behind the batter, Randy Nunez, the 3rd baseman. 2 balls, no strikes as we play here in the top of the 7th. There's a strike, so that was a big one for Matt Figueroa.
Some umpire likes the high outside strike.
He does. He's been fairly consistent with it too.
Kind of reached out for this one. Ground ball to Bradshaw. He'll get his first chance. Over to Rutkowski for the out. 2 out. That'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Luis Alicia. He flew out to left field his first time and then slapped the base hit to left center. He got picked off last inning. That was fortunate for Mortensen that he was able to pick off Alicia, or another run would have been in. Starts him off with a curveball, and he fouls straight back. So quickly, Matt Figueroa ahead in the count. No balls, 1 strike.
Alicia waited on that pitch too. Stayed back, just wasn't able to put it in play.
Action in the Perth Amboy bullpen, and the ball got loose. Big throw by the umpire right there. He threw it from behind home plate to about midway out, 2/3 of the way out in right field. So he gets a big round of applause from the Perth Amboy folks.
Yeah, it's good to know in case one of the teams goes through their entire pitching roster.
Yeah, you could have a steady pitcher.
Somebody to step in.
Figueroa throws it. Alicia slaps it in the left again. 3rd time he's done that. 2nd hit of the game for Luis. The Panthers have a base runner with 2 out, and they'll go back to the top of the lineup, and Jordy Rodriguez.
Number 3, Jordy Rodriguez.
Rodriguez has grounded out to short, struck out, and grounded out to second. He's 0 for 3.
That's a good piece of hitting by Alicia.
Yeah, it really was.
Stayed with it and just lined it to left field.
He's done that 3 times now. Remember the first time he was up, we were talking about how shallow Kyle Savoya was playing in left field, and he hit it right to him. He actually hit it a little bit towards the line, and Savoya was able to make about 3 steps and make the catch. Then he got a base hit. Now we got it here. Last time he got picked off, but Mortensen is a lefty. Figueroa, of course, a righty, or obviously a righty, and he overthrew that one, and the ball gets past Solano. And Panthers now have an insurance run in scoring position.
On the pass ball, that's rough because it wasn't taken from the get-go. Alicia kind of took a stutter step, but Solano, the ball went way too far. That's where that big backstop came to hurt him.
And now, instead of 2 outs, a runner on first. Now a runner in scoring position.
Rodriguez way out in front of that one. Yeah, now a base hit gives the Panthers an insurance run. Ball bounces off Solano's glove again.
Luckily in front of him.
Yeah, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike now to leadoff hitter Jordy Rodriguez. Alicia at second, he gets the lead. Gets a big lead too, so his secondary is a good 1/3 of the way to third base. 3-1 now, and so Figueroa in a hole. Doesn't want to throw too good a pitch. Does have a base to play with. Omar Jimenez waits on deck, sorry.
Call timeout. Jordy Rodriguez wasn't liking the stare down from Figueroa.
Did he go?
He went.
He went around.
There's strike 2. Umpire looks down to first base. First base umpire gives a signal, and Jordy Rodriguez has to go back and pick up his bat.
He's halfway down the line.
For trying. Jimenez on deck has 2 hits, so you want to try and get.
That was a break for Figueroa.
Rodriguez here, yeah. Figueroa sets, checks the runner, kicks and deals, and that's lashed down the first base line. Into right field for a base hit. Rounding third is Alicia. Here comes the throw. The throw beats him. Let's see. Solano, nope, he dropped the ball. So Jordy Rodriguez hits a 3-2 pitch in the right field. Griffin Thomas makes the throw, but collision at the home plate knocks the ball loose. And the Panthers have a 5-3 lead now.
To be honest, would have been better off with the walk.
Well, that was an excellent throw from Griffin Thomas. That was a banger at the plate, but
throw was right on line.
Yeah, it was a heck of a throw.
Right on the money. It's hard to say had he held on to it what the call would have been.
This one's outside for ball 1. And again, another run in scoring position as Rodriguez goes down to second on the throw home. Omar Jimenez swings through that pitch. So it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Jimenez singled in the first to center, struck out, and then singled to center again back in the 6th. There's a strike 2, 1-2 now.
Maybe Figueroa able to bounce back on this one. We'll see here with the 1-2 count.
That extra run hurts, though.
A lot.
He just muscled that one, threw it right by him. Strike 3. That'll do it, but not before the Panthers pick up an insurance run on 2 hits. They leave a man, and we'll go to the bottom of the 7th with the score. Perth Amboy 5, Woodbridge 3. You won't want to miss this.
Woodbridge Television is now on the web. Visit the Township website and follow the link to our page. First, you'll encounter our live stream, which mirrors our television broadcast. Another click of the mouse brings you to our video on demand page. Here, you can choose the latest programming from any of our categories and watch when you want to, or you can share it with anyone, anywhere. The Woodbridge Channels, sharing our community.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Barons trail by 2, and we've got a new pitcher. He is Jose Ortiz, was playing first base. He moves over to pitch, and Alexis Guerrero, who started the game on the mound, is now the first baseman. And leading off for Woodbridge is the number 4 hitter, Josh Solano. Josh popped out to the shortstop. He walked and scored in the 4th and got caught looking in the 5th. Barons need base runners. 1-1.
And Craig, a few Barons that I didn't mention. Griffin Thomas playing tonight. Griffin's favorite movie, Forrest Gump. R&B fan. History is his favorite subject, and he won the state championship over the summer. He's part of that team. Senior Griffin Thomas, number 12. Also, someone I didn't mention, Colin Figueredo. Colin's a senior. Favorite movie, More Than a Game. Rap music fan. Likes math.
Solano hits a 2-1 pitch in the right field. Coming back and making a catch is Jimenez, the second baseman. And so there's 1 away. Barons down to 2 outs.
And he also counts as his memorable baseball moment, winning that state championship over the summer. That was a big, big win.
Oh, it was.
And finally, I'll just mention Anthony Gonzalez, number 16. He's a sophomore. Favorite subject, math. And Anthony, too, counts as his big moment, winning the states over the summer.
Here's the windup, and a pitch slapped right back up the middle. Diving stop by Rodriguez. He throws it in time to get Figueroa. That's a heck of a play by shortstop Jordy Rodriguez.
That was outstanding. Outstanding play. He stayed with it. He didn't give up on it.
Number 14, Harry Rutkowski.
And now the Barons are down to their final out, and that rests in the person of Harry Rutkowski.
The freshman.
He pitched a great game yesterday against Saraville, but is hitless so far this season. There he takes strike 1.
The only freshman on the varsity team. One of only 3 underclassmen. As Nick Bradshaw and Kyle Mortensen both sophomores. Everyone else on the team is a senior.
Here's the windup, the pitch, and Rakowski hits this one in the air to center field, drifting back, and making a catch is Alejandro, and the Panthers come away with their first win in an upset over the Barons, 5-3 for the Barons in the 7th. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on, and a very disappointing defeat by Woodbridge, who had taken a 3-1 lead into the 6th, only to see it evaporate.
And that was quite a victory for the Perth Amboy Panthers, Craig, coming from behind, and that outstanding play by Alejandro to end the game. So, big day for the Panthers, and as you said, disappointing day for the Barons, who squandered a lead. Yep. Couldn't quite get it back.
Well, looks like things were going well in the 5th, and they just couldn't hang on.
That'll do it. Congratulations on the fine job to our crew, Lee Beckerman, Gina Forbes, Mike, somebody you know and love.
I believe so.
Joe Fernandez, Bruno Martins, Raj Sahoy, Clint Higgins, Crystal Bonus, and Ryan Dawson. Thank you all for your hard work. They've had a long day, and they've got a while in front of them, too. You're going to home and make dinner for Gina?
I certainly am. She's going to be home very late because they have to pack up, go back to Woodbridge, unpack. So the Channel 35 crew is far from done.
They do a great job, and it's an extraordinary amount of work to put this together. But it's a great day for Woodbridge sports fans. You got to watch a couple of games. But as you can probably tell from the crowd reaction, a big day for Perth Amboy as well. So, Vincent and Mike, thank you very much for joining me.
Craig, always a pleasure, sir. Always a pleasure. Vince,
thank you.
Pleasure to be with you.
Same time next year, guys. All right. That'll do it from here. For Mike Forbes, for Vincent Coughlin, Craig Coughlin saying thanks for watching, everybody. Good night.